love hearing their first name. I don't know if it's an ego boost or if there's some deep psychological principles in play, but it's a sweet song that everyone loves to hear. Now, when you're meeting someone for the first time, addressing them by their first name sparks immediate rapport and kind of friendship. And this may be because it shows that you took the time to remember their name, that they stand out, but what for whatever reason is, you thought they were important enough to remember their name. However, in this video, I'm going to talk about a different use of someone's first name, and that's to snap back the interaction equilibrium when you feel like you need a little boost. You feel like the other person may think they're on top of you a little bit. They've got you a little bit. They need to be kind of mixed up a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to break the flow of the conversation. And I know when I say this, it may sound strange because usually I'm an advocate of keeping the flow. You want things to be smooth. You want the energy to be nice and rhythmic. But in this instance, you need to break whatever's going on, to snap that person out of it, to let them know, boom, they're not above you. You're on the same page. Stop. We need to stop. We need to halt. We need to reassess things, but in a much smoother way by using a first name. So let's take an example of when someone talks over you. This is pretty common, and this is something that definitely shows authority over someone else. Talking over someone. When they start to talk while you're talking, you keep talking. Or you both start talking at the same time, they hammer right over you. It shows social status, and it shows inferiority on the person who gets talked over. So let's say you're in a conversation, and you're talking and someone just completely talks over you. So you're like, yeah, I was out there yesterday. It was beautiful. And then just you're completely interrupted. And maybe you even try to say something again. You're like, yeah, so we were doing it. And then they just keep powering over you. It'd be a little easier to illustrate this if I had someone here. But what you're going to do once they're finished talking, or once they sound like they're getting towards the end of what they're talking, is you're going to start saying their first name. So you're going to say it almost in a way like a parent would to their kid if they did something wrong. And then you're going to pull back and say something that's much more couched, that's much more easy to receive. But the important thing is you're going to break their flow, and you're going to make them think, whoa, why is he calling me by the name? So I'm saying something, I'm interrupting, I'm saying, Mark. I completely agree with you. What you're saying right there, okay, so you see what I did. That was the example. So you're going to stop them with a very firm, almost scolding use of their name. Mark. No, I completely agree with you. Now, when we were out there, so all that's showing, it's not showing anything except for you're not cool with them talking over you. And it's going to snap them out of whatever psychological state they are and garner respect and authority towards you simply because you're getting their attention in a scolding way. So what would they expect you're going to say? Mark, that's absolutely wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. But you're not doing that. This is a very kind of subtle nuance. This is an advanced technique. So you're coming at them hard. You're going to get their attention. You're going to break their train of thought. They're going to be emotionally reactive to you because anytime someone hears their name in a scolding way, it perks their ears up in not a way like they're going to get dinner, in a way like they did something wrong. This guy's mad at me. This guy has the authority to be mad at me. What's this guy going to do? Is there going to be some sort of retribution? So Mark. No, listen, I completely agree with you. What you were saying about that, then you're going to back off, go right back on the thread that you were talking about. And all that's going to show him is you weren't cool with him cutting off your thread or interrupting you or talking over you. And you're going to take that back. And the way you're going to do it is by coming hard and then backing off. Pushing hard and then really slow. Get the attention, create the emotion, and then back off. You're actually agreeing with them. So it should be a good emotion that's eventually achieved by this interaction. But at first you're hitting with the bad emotion, then you're backing off with the real good emotion. They're not going to understand what happened. They're not thinking, okay, he came across hard, he wanted to evoke emotion, and then he backed up. No. They don't really know. It wasn't an important point of the conversation for them, but man, it snapped the interaction equilibrium right back in your favor, and it gave you a few points of social status in that interaction. And in addition to this is a great thing to use when there's other people around. So let's say you're at a cocktail party, you're having a conversation, maybe old man's had a few too many drinks. He had a few too many pops that night. He's real loose, and he's kind of just being a little disrespectful. Well, people are around, and old Mark's there. Oh, no, you don't know you're talking about it. Mark! Listen, I know exactly what you're saying. I had that same thing happen to me. When you do that, you're getting the attention of everyone around you in the room, depending on how loud you do it, depending on how loud you address them. But that's a great way to show authority and show
Something
social
about the
status
use
in
of
an
a
environment
first
name is very, very powerful. It can create emotion when we use a tonality, a rapport breaking tonality. It can create rapport, right, when we first meet someone and we're trying to show that we remember who they are, they're important to us. It can do all these different things. Play around with it. See how using someone's first name can definitely invoke an emotion. Whatever emotion you want that to be, try it out in different situations, use it in different instances, and see how you can do it. But I think this is two really great ways to start. Obviously, when you meet someone, use their name a lot, but more importantly and less widely used is to get someone's attention, spark that hardcore emotion, back off. Now you've got the reaction you wanted. Now you've got the floor. Now they know they're not going to walk all over you, and the conversation's back at an even keel where you want it. I'm Barron Cruz. Until next time.